Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Xiong. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. China's GDP grew by only 0.4% year-on-year in the second quarter. In fact, on a quarter-by-quarter basis, the economy contracted by 2.6% in the second quarter. In July, the unemployment rate for urban youth aged 16 to 24 was as high as 19.9%. With 1 out of every 5 young urbanites out of work, China is facing a new kind of epidemic, joblessness. Fu Linghui is a spokesperson for the National Bureau of Statistics. He attributed a high youth unemployment rate to, quote, the young people entering the labor market for the first time, generally facing the predicament of frictional unemployment. And under the influence of the pandemic, the ability of enterprises to create jobs has declined, unquote. This explanation angered many young people who are deeply affected by their predicament. The Bureau's statement did not respond to their concerns at all. According to the statistics, the urban youth unemployment is mainly affecting high school, vocational high school, college, and undergraduate graduates. The situation may be worse than officially acknowledged because the Bureau's jobless estimate only measures those who have sought employment in a short period of time. The National Bureau of Statistics began publishing youth unemployment rate since 2018. It has generally shown an upward trend year by year. Back in 2018, the youth unemployment rate was 10%. Today, it is almost doubled. The peak youth unemployment often occurs in July and August with the arrival of the graduation season. But this year, the rate jumped to 18.2% in April, 18.4% in May, 19.3% in June, and now almost 20%. According to the Ministry of Education, there will be 10,760,000 university graduates this year, at least 1.5 million more than in 2021, and a record high in both scale and growth. With small and medium businesses hit hard by the pandemic and massive layoffs in key sectors including education, real estate, and tech, young job seekers have found it increasingly difficult to find suitable positions. A mocking Weibo post titled, "Graduates breaking 10 million for the first time" received thousands of likes and comments. It said, "Employment is always better last year. Unemployment is always worse next year. People are becoming more and more involutionized." The word involution is mentioned in many other posts and comments. The term has become a buzzword among Chinese youth over the past few years to describe increasingly fierce competition and meager returns that are disproportionate to the level of competition. According to a report published by the Chinese recruitment website Qiancheng Wuyou, more than half of bachelor degree graduates intend to pursue a master's degree, and of those who are pursuing a master's degree, about 30% are considering a doctorate. Such a choice is, on the one hand, a desire to temporarily escape the pressure of entering the labor market, and on the other hand, a response to increasingly fierce competition. In the past, the top young Chinese talent often aimed for the Fortune Global 500 companies, large internet platforms, consulting agencies, or law firms in cities such as Beijing and Shanghai. But this year, graduates have been intimidated by the mass layoffs at tech, entertainment, private tutoring, and real estate companies as the Chinese economy is battered by stringent coronavirus control measures and the regulatory crackdowns. The young population are losing their faith in private companies and is willing to accept lower pay in the state sector. In May, a piece of news became a hot topic. It reported that a doctor of nuclear physics who graduated from Peking University successfully obtained a position in a grassroots administrative unit. This at once caused a discussion about involution on social media. Because of the lukewarm job market, employees above a certain age are more likely to be laid off. Under the topic, autumn recruitment, a Weibo user asked for help. Unfortunate things happen. I originally received an offer from a company, but the company HR notified me some time ago that my job offer was temporarily dismissed. Now I only receive a small amount of compensation. In the comments below the post, many young people shared similar experiences. One wrote, "The company terminated the contract a month ago. The most annoying thing is that the company even refused the compensation on the ground that I didn't officially join. I can't get rid of my depression now, trying to contact the tutor to find a way to postpone my graduation." Even though youth unemployment rate is high, but Chinese factories are having harder time to find workers. Despite much official propaganda urging youth to enter manufacturing jobs, the lack of labor rights and the protection is driving them away. One comment voiced distrust of the propaganda machine and the lack of workers' rights. If manufacturing jobs are so attractive, ask the children of economic experts to work in factories first, it suggested. In the past few years, the service industry has been the main source of youth employment, adding to a large, flexible employment population. By the end of 2021, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, this flexible workforce reached a staggering 200 million people. This data includes deorganized part-time jobs such as courier riders, dispatching, outsourcing workers, and self-employed drivers. China's state media interpret it as the active choice of young people and a brand new employment situation. Such reports have been met with widespread outrage. Many young people mocked it as a singing at the funerals and intended to glorify grim unemployment situation. Before the Communist Party National Congress this fall, there is a little chance Beijing will launch significant policy changes. Whether China is heading into a prolonged period of high youth unemployment or this is a transitory phenomenon remains an open question. If the high youth unemployment rate is transitory, it is unlikely to pose serious threats to the government, given the state's intense monitoring of society. If youth unemployment continues to soar in the coming years, it is possible that the Chinese Communist Party would adopt large-scale campaigns such as military expansions and the giant state-owned enterprise projects to absorb the political uncertainty jobless youth create. Wait and see. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.